70. They'll tell you it's time to shrink, to fade, to settle. But if you can still do these 6 things, you're winning at life. 6 raw truths that separate those who keep going from those who simply get by. Let's start with something that might surprise you. Number 1. Maintain a sense of curiosity and wonder. What keeps your mind sharp at 70? Curiosity. You might be thinking, I'm too old to learn new things. But I've got news for you. Your brain lights up every time you discover something different. When you open a book about a topic you've never explored, or when you finally try that painting class you've been eyeing, that's when the magic happens. Here's what I love about curiosity. It doesn't care how old you are. Look at 72-year-old Daniel, who started learning Japanese just because his granddaughter loves anime. Or Sarah, who picked up bird watching at 75 and now knows more about local wildlife than her biology teacher daughter. Want to keep your mind young? Do one new thing this week. Read a book outside your comfort zone. Take a different route to the grocery store. Sign up for that pottery class you've been thinking about. Small steps lead to big changes. You don't need fancy equipment or special training. You just need to stay open to new experiences. That's how you keep your mind sharp, your days interesting, and your life full of possibilities. Number 2. Let go of regrets. You know that nagging feeling when you think about the road not taken? Those what-ifs that keep you up at night? I get it. But at 70, carrying those regrets is like trying to walk forward while looking backward. You'll miss today's sunshine. My friend Tom spent years wishing he'd traveled more when he was younger. One day he stopped dwelling on missed adventures and booked a train ticket to see the Grand Canyon. I realized I was spending more time regretting old choices than making new ones, he told me. Now, when those old regrets pop up, try this. Take that feeling and turn it into fuel. Maybe you wish you'd spent more time with your kids when they were young. Call them today. Send that text. Plan that visit. Every regret has a lesson wrapped inside it. The money you lost taught you wisdom. The relationship that ended showed you what matters in love. Those extra hours at work reminded you to value your time. Your story isn't over at 70. It's still being written, page by page. So take those lessons from yesterday and use them to write a better chapter today. Number 3. Find purpose and meaning. Look around at your life right now. What gets you out of bed in the morning? What makes you smile when you think about tomorrow? That's where you'll find your purpose at 70. You might feel like your purpose walked out the door with retirement. But here's what I've seen. Purpose shows up in the smallest moments. It's there when you share your cookie recipe with your grandkids. It's there when you help your neighbor learn to use their smartphone. It's there when you spend Tuesday mornings reading to kids at the library. The things that mattered to you years ago might not light you up anymore, and that's perfectly fine. Your purpose grows and changes with you. Maybe you used to find meaning in your career, but now you feel most alive when you're tending your garden or teaching chess to the kids next door. Pay attention to what makes you lose track of time. Notice which activities give you energy instead of draining it. That's your compass pointing toward purpose. Then do more of those things. Your years of experience are pure gold. You've got wisdom that someone out there needs right now. When you share it, you're not just helping them, you're living your purpose. Number 4. Move your body regularly. When I talk about moving your body at 70, I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting heavy weights. I'm talking about the kind of movement that makes you feel good in your own skin. Think about the last time you felt really good after moving. Maybe it was dancing in your kitchen to your favorite song, or pulling weeds in your garden on a sunny morning, or walking around the block with your neighbor, catching up on the local news. Movement gives you freedom. It lets you play with your grandkids, reach for that top shelf without help, and keep doing the things you love. Your body just wants to move. It doesn't care if you're doing fancy exercises or just stretching while you watch TV. Start with 5 minutes. Dance to one song. Walk to your mailbox and back. Do some gentle stretches when you wake up. Your body will tell you what feels right. Listen to it. You don't need special clothes or equipment. You don't need to count calories or track steps. Just move in ways that make you smile. That's how you stay strong, steady, and independent. Number 5. Adapt and accept change. You know what I've noticed about change at 70? It's going to come whether we're ready or not. But here's what most people don't tell you. When you roll with those changes, life gets a whole lot easier. I've seen it happen time and time again. The folks who stay happy at 70 aren't stuck in their ways. They're the ones who try video calls to keep up with their grandkids. They're switching to audiobooks when reading gets tough. They're rearranging their homes to make daily tasks simpler. Your mind needs to bend just like your body. When something stops working for you, try a new way. Can't garden like you used to? Switch to raised beds or container plants. Don't drive at night anymore? Plan your outings for morning coffee instead of evening dinner. Here's what works. Look at each change as a chance to make things better. Ask yourself, what can I do differently? Sometimes the new way turns out better than the old one, like my friend who discovered she loves grocery delivery more than pushing a heavy cart. The world keeps moving forward, and so can you. Life's sweetest surprises often come wrapped in change. Number 6. Stay socially engaged. You know what I've noticed about change at 70? It's going to come whether we're ready or not. But here's what most people don't tell you. When you roll with those changes, life gets a whole lot easier. I've seen it happen time and time again. The folks who stay happy at 70 aren't stuck in their ways. They're the ones who try video calls to keep up with their grandkids. They're switching to audiobooks when reading gets tough. They're rearranging their homes to make daily tasks simpler. Your mind needs to bend just like your body. When something stops working for you, try a new way. Can't garden like you used to? Switch to raised beds or container plants. Don't drive at night anymore? Plan your outings for morning coffee instead of evening dinner. Here's what works. Look at each change as a chance to make things better. Ask yourself, what can I do differently? Sometimes the new way turns out better than the old one, like my friend who discovered she loves grocery delivery more than pushing a heavy cart. The world keeps moving forward, and so can you. Life's sweetest surprises often come wrapped in change. So there you have it. The 6 things that make all the difference at 70. Being curious about life, letting go of old regrets, finding your purpose, moving your body, rolling with changes, and staying connected with people who matter. These aren't just nice ideas. They're your toolkit for a life that keeps getting better. Each one builds on the others, creating a foundation for your best years yet. You're not just getting older, you're getting better at living, and that's something worth celebrating. Tell me in the comments, which of these 6 things comes naturally to you? What's your secret to staying young at heart? Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. Hit that like button if it speaks to you. And subscribe for more real talk about living your best life at any age. See you in the next video.